This is not just an asylum, this is Rolling Hills, where the living suffered and the dead whisper still. Established in 1827, Rolling Hills began as the Genesee County Poorhouse. It was meant to shelter society's outcasts, the mentally ill, the disabled, the elderly, the homeless, and even criminals, all crammed under one roof. There were no doctors, no real treatment, just isolation and silence. Over time, it became a dumping ground. Families dropped off loved ones they couldn't or wouldn't care for. Some were children, others were veterans, alcoholics, or women deemed morally defective. Once inside, few ever escaped. Conditions were brutal. Patients slept in crowded rooms, some tied to their beds. In the winter, the cold seeped through stone walls. Food was meager, medical attention almost non-existent. And then came the treatments. Electroshock therapy administered without anesthesia. Lobotomies performed to control the uncontrollable. Padded cells and basement dungeons where screams were no one's concern. Men and women experimented on without consent, without care. Over 1,700 people are said to have died here. Most were buried in a potter's field, their graves unmarked, their identities erased. And among them are stories of spirits that never left. The shadow hallway, the morgue, the operating room. Visitors report disembodied voices, slamming doors, cold spots, and figures in the dark. Roy Krause, the gentle giant. Standing over 7 feet tall, Roy was born with gigantism. Institutionalized at just 12 years old, feared for his size. He lived, worked, and died inside Rolling Hills. Despite his terrifying appearance, Roy was kind-hearted, but he was mocked, tormented, and abandoned by his family. His spirit is said to roam the shadow hallway. People feel a towering presence behind them, heavy footsteps, and gentle humming in the dark. Paranormal teams have captured full-bodied shadows thought to be Roy, watching, not with anger, but loneliness. Emma, the weeping woman. Emma was a nurse, kind, determined, and dedicated to her patients. She worked in the infirmary until her tragic death. Some say by suicide. Others suggest something more sinister. Emma is still heard crying softly near the women's ward. Visitors feel a chill as they enter her room. Some even report being gently touched, as if she's still tending to her patients. Emma doesn't scare, she mourns. But even the kindest ghosts can turn cold. Raymond, the butcher Raymond, was not a patient. He was a staff member, and rumored to be cruel, possibly murderous. Stories say he abused patients in secret rooms, places now sealed off and hidden behind crumbling walls. Raymond's presence is violent, growls, scratches, sudden rage. Visitors have been shoved, objects hurled across rooms. In Raymond's wing, you don't investigate, you survive. Roy, Emma, Raymond, they aren't just stories, they are warnings. Rolling Hills Asylum is more than haunted. It's inhabited by sorrow, by rage, by something ancient. Paranormal teams have captured EVPs, whispers in the silence, cries in the void. Rolling Hills isn't just haunted, it's haunted by truth, by the real, systemic cruelty of an era that locked people away instead of understanding them, where horror wasn't a story, it was standard practice. If you believe in truth, hauntings, and the stories that were never meant to be told, like, share, and subscribe for more, because some places should never be forgotten.